Good afternoon, and welcome back to LeagueWise and today's installment of Finn's 5. I'm your host, Chad Finn, and in this video, I will be giving you my starters for each role in the DraftKings LPL Summer Split Slate. I will be playing one lineup in the DraftKings $150,000 Shock Blast tourney, which has a $15 buy-in. This is another two-game slate that again locks at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday morning, June 8th. Which also, by the way, is my 24-year wedding anniversary, so good luck to me. Also, before I forget, make sure to follow me on Twitter as I'll be retweeting the starting lineups as soon as they become available as well. So I can already hear y'all now. What do you get a guy like Chad Finn for his anniversary? Want to tell you, please not to overthink it. What you can do is just hit the like and subscribe buttons for me. I'm a simple man that does not require much. So thank you much. I'll be looking forward to those likes and subscribes. Moving on, like always, let's review. I said it in yesterday's video, but that was a hard slate to pick, and it kicked my ass. I felt good after Team Wee's first game, but it went downhill from there, and I was absolutely wrong about Wing's upside. Not sure what the future holds for him. Maybe it was nerves. Maybe he'll improve. That was awful. I do apologize, but never claim to be perfect. I do, however, promise to work and remember. Let me slow down here a little bit. I do, however, promise to put in the work every day and give you my best opinions and best analysis that I possibly can. And remember, the 5 players I give you every day will always 100% of the time be in my lineup. After picking both games wrong, we're sitting at 5-3 in game picks and still at $155 won for the summer session so far. Let us see what tomorrow morning's slate has in store. The featured games on the early morning DraftKings slate are Game 1, OMG versus Victory 5, and Game 2 is LGD versus E-Star. If we look back at spring only, the slate seems pretty cut and dry. E-Star finished 4th, 9-4. OMG finished 8th, 6-5. LGD came in 15th with a record of 3-7. And Victory 5, as we all know, finished last at 0-12. But summer is here, folks, and nothing is as it appears. We've gone over the changes in past videos for OMG and Victory 5, but as a reminder, OMG has made no changes, deciding to develop the talent they currently have, and V5 has changed everything but Mole, their mid laner, including bringing in a new coach that appears to be more traditional in his approach. Last year, V5 wanted to play more of a positionless game and had multiple players play multiple positions based on trying to counter champions. I think it was the main reason that they went 0-12, to be honest with you. E-Star has also brought in a new coach, Dandy, former support. I'm assuming it probably had something to do with what appeared to be a communications issue down the stretch run of the spring split. Just didn't appear that E-Star was on the same page when they were on the Rift. They also brought in Fen from LGD to replace Crying, who left to join RNG. Fairly significant loss, in my opinion. Rounding out the roster moves is LGD, who brought in Jai, I believe it's pronounced, from DMO to replace Fen. They brought in Mark at support from DMO, and they promoted Garvey from LGD Young, which is their LDL team, which, again, like I've explained before, is the LPL's equivalent to the LCS's Academy, or if you're not familiar with what the Academy is, it is the equivalent of the minor leagues in Major League Baseball, or even more accurately, probably the D League in the NBA. With these moves, they for sure, I feel, upgraded at mid and support. Not sure on top yet. If you remember, I was really sure about a young bot laner yesterday. So in this one, I'm going to take the approach of we'll have to wait and see. Our first match of the slate is between OMG, who is 179 minus 179 favorites, and Victory 5 plus 144 underdogs. V5 looked impressive in their win over DMO, but was it DMO? We just don't know what we saw. While OMG seemed to struggle in their first outing against RNG. This has no doubt led to V5 becoming a team easy to cheer for. Everybody likes a worst to first story. That's really an easy bandwagon to jump on. But like I was saying, how much of their opening win was V5's improvement and how much of it was the fact that DMO just, maybe isn't a very good team. Can V5 build on the victory, or will they return to spring form? I really think the coaching change was huge for V5. And with 4 new faces, I don't think spring split can tell us much except that OMG dominated V5, winning in their match they played, winning both games, while compiling more than a 25,000 gold advantage. The kill totals were 34-12 in OMG's favor. Turret advantage in OMG's favor, 18-4. Dragon, 7-2 OMG. Barons, 2-0. Everything was OMG did whatever they wanted to do. So really the question to answer in my mind is, did V5 do enough to improve or close those statistical gaps or not? And I think the honest answer might be maybe as the season progresses. But I really see advantages for OMG in this one that I'm not sure V5 can overcome over a 3-game series, and that's Hacker and Icon. I expect they'll lead OMG to the victory in this first match. So I'm going to go with OMG, the favorites, over Victory 5. In the second match, we will see LGD, who are minus 10 favorites, versus E-Star, who are also minus 10. And I say favorites because minus is always a favorites. The betting public sees this one as even. I'm not sure. E-Star won the spring match 2-0. Game 1 was close, but then E-Star woke up in game 2 and literally ran LGD off the Rift. I really do have a lot of questions in this one that honestly are just going to take time to answer. How well can Fin fill in the hole that's been left by Crying? How will E-Star's new coach fit in? How improved is LGD after their roster moves? Those are just a few, but my gut says Fen is more than likely a downgrade. It will be interested to see him. I will be interested to see him play on a better team than he has. But like I said, my gut tells me that he's more than likely a downgrade. Coaching move will probably help communication. And I do think LGD is definitely better, but maybe only 2 to 3 wins better. Do these factors bring LGD up and E-Star down enough to justify both being 110 favorites? And unless I'm missing something here, I really don't see it. I don't think LGD can overcome Wee, Wink, and Shao Si. We being the jungler, Wink the bot laner, and Shao Si the support. And like I said, I also expect the coaching change will solve the communication issues it appeared E-Star was having down the stretch of spring split. So for those reasons, I'm going to go with E-Star here. I don't think this one is even. I think E-Star should be more than likely the heaviest favorite on the board tonight. This one probably isn't even close. So that leaves us with OMG and E-Star, who are probably going to be the 2 highest owned teams for lineup construction, which also brings us to Finn's 5. So as always, grab those pens. Quick note while you're getting your pen and paper ready. In an effort to make these videos shorter, I'm going to be focusing on breaking down the games more because I feel that's the most important thing when it comes to League of Legends DFS. And because the players I'm giving you are the actual players I'm putting in my own lineup, I'm going to spend less time explaining why and just hope that you trust that I've done the work. And these are the 5 that I feel most comfortable going with. They're going to work sometimes. They're not going to work sometimes. But we're going to come back every day. We're going to keep trying it. And hopefully, between me and y'all, one of us or all of us can take down a big prize one of these days. So without further ado, we're going to go with Curse from OMG. Oh, I did this yesterday too. We're going to go with Curse from OMG for 6,000 in the top lane. In the jungle, you'll find OMG's Hacker for 6,800. OMG's Icon will occupy the middle of the rift for 7,400. Wink, who I'll, on a side note, I just think is the best, probably the best ADC on the slate tonight. Interested to see how the new kids in V5 perform tonight in their second time on the rift. But anyway, Wink will occupy the bot position at ADC for 7,800. And our support will be his running mate, Xiao Zi, at support. Real quick, these two teams are going to be the chalk for the night. So you're going to have to figure out a way to differentiate yourself by who you choose as captain, maybe switching this core around a little bit. Like I said, this is going to be the chalk, which means that, I believe it's the right way to go tonight, but it might mean that, the top of the leaderboard might be split amongst, quite a few players. It's one of the things you run into in a 2-game slate. The other option that you have is that you can go and pick an upset. If I were to give you an upset pick, and maybe this is something I'll start doing in every broadcast as well, if I were to pick an upset, it would be V5 over OMG, just because, like I said, I'm not 100% sold, and I've said this in another video, not 100% sold that OMG is taking a step forward this year or this split. But I definitely feel that V5 is. And they possibly could be a playoff team. We just haven't seen enough evidence to have all that much confidence in it yet. And like I said, I don't think they're going to beat OMG, but that would be the upset pick if I were forced to pick an upset. And like I said, remember these 5 core plays. I play 1 lineup per night, and these 5 will be in it. If you have any questions about your lineups or about League of Legends, or hell, I'm 47. If you just want some life advice, drop me a comment and I'll do my best. Leave your questions in the comment section. I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter. It's important that you get the starting lineups. And as we grow and I'm able to bring on more resources, I'm also going to make all those available through Twitter and other ways as well. One thing with me is I'm not going to charge money for additional information. I'm giving you everything I have. So like I said, make sure to follow me on Twitter. The link is down below in the description of this video. With that, our first Sunday edition of LeagueWise is now in the books. Hope you enjoyed Fins 5. And as always, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons below. And please, like I said, leave comments. Let's talk. Again, thank you for watching. As always, this is Chad Finn saying good luck, stay safe, and see you tomorrow on the Rift.